راه استریم کینگدم کام با زیرنویس فارسی همین الان در تویچ و یوتیوب. اول بریم ببینیم چه بلایی سر یارکان. اوکی.
I'm sorry.
قبرستون رو بریم.
Good day. What do you...
سلام استاد. خب reputation هم ببرم بالا.
I would like to atone for my sins before...
I'm tempted to banish you from the holy ground, blasphemous child.
Maybe some...
Don't...
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side. And revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
True enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you?
Huh.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up...
no offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, when she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family, no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarko always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind?
No, absolutely.
What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka. She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Why don't you respect Lumiere?
That's my business. I won't tell you anything.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in scripture, speak up for those who have no voice?
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumiere accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how... What happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Gutenberg.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumiere. That man has gone completely mad.
آره امکانش از همین کوسش هم کشته باشه. خیلی امکانش بالاست. اوکی.
Greetings. What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
Not.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
وسط خیابان گوه هست میخوری.
What would you like?
خب
Did
اسپانیا اینجا
Estanya
کار
work here?
میکرده؟
Stanya. Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking. What kind of guest are you, Henry?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
Spend money.
By the fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. I like talking to them kind of guests. So, what'll it be, my...
چه مادرقه‌ای هستی.
What if I simply paid you and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya works here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible the chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door
Alright,
open,
get on with it.
everything emptied out, and Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pack?
What?
If you want to ask,
Ay şu.
What?
I prefer to be so.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay you any more. I think you could answer my questions directly and not always try to wheedle money out of me. That makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from finding out anything about that murder.
Nonsense. How could you think that? Come on. Ask me anything you want.
Ha, şaşırdı bu.
Did anybody see what actually happened when...
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
Barton diyorsunuz. Okay.
Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had two close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared, and she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
Acayip.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
کوره های زغالسوزی. Okay, باش.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. That's all I need to know.
خب. بریم در مورد
Careful.
مزانی بدبختم ببینیم چی میدونه اینا. این بوده آره.
Are you Sternad? The one that went with Zdena?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
عجب مادر جنده.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdena, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price, I'll tell you all I...
پول میخوای؟
Is this the right...
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
کجا میتونیم پیداش
Where can
کنیم؟
I find Zdena?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her, Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. It's quite a long ways
Oh,
away.
Ravstein,
She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pine.
Mind.
Ain't nobody
Tamam,
seen her
hoşuma gitti.
since then.
عجب.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although,
Someone came to see her.
well, he said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life and all. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me, I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That...
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before, and he had some job for her somewhere, serving as a maid or something. But she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that had knocked some sense into him. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him, or some shit like that.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No, no. She took off. I'm sure about that.
What can you tell me about Zdena?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making coin.
I've heard enough.
خیلی گفتی. خب چند تا جا باید بریم. یه دونه اینجا، یه دونه اینجا، یه دونه اینجا. اول تو شهریه رو میریم.
Piece of shit.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want to... I don't have to talk to you.
چی میخوایم؟ من تهدید میکنم مثل سگ باید
Well,
بریزی بیرون.
you don't have to, that's true. But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets. Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
What? No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing something to you.
Come on. Ask away.
خب آلیس رو میشناختی؟
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her.
نمیشناختی پس.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you?
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot. And Father Prokop didn't like it.
Oh, that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole. I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her, like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was gonna rob him blind. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller... Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you didn't know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it!
So you didn't do anything to them?
No! Why would I? What would I get out of it? It doesn't make any sense. It goes against God.
You dare invoke God?
I admit, I'm no saint, but for Christ's sake, I'd never kill anybody.
Good. I believe you. But if any clue leads me back here to you, I won't give you a second chance.
You won't hear about me again, I swear.
Shut up. این یارو هم که نم پس نداره، این چیز تقصیرش نبود. همینجا باید بریم. همینجا بریم به بلنی فعلا. شب شد که what the fuck. شب همونو بذاریم صبح زود خروشخون حرکت کنیم بریم به سمت ادامه تحقیقات.
What would you...
Can I... Just the one... All I need... Agree. Here's some grosh.
Agreed. You can...
Isn't so different from threshing.
You can't be here. That's off you go.
Quick. Every other day.
Why are you fooling
Oh my
around with
God.
that door?
For that much, I'd even bash the priest.
کجا میتونیم کفمونو بذاریم؟
Same to you.
Mother of God, what are you doing?
باش.
Would it be possible to sleep?
God be with you.
Lord be with
What's going on?
nothing much. If you're looking, take care.
میخوام بریم یه جای کفمونو بذاریم بخوابیم. کجا رو برام مشخص کردیم اینجا؟ دیویله.
Coming right up. You silly doggy.
هیچ که دشویی هیچ. اینجا بس. صبح خروسخون میزنیم.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
What was that sound? Hey! You can't just walk around here without permission.
What?
اینا رو بخوریم. مثلا همه چی بهتره. نونای یهودی. عالی. آقا برو بریم. بریم سمت جی درسته؟
Quick! 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 Go!
پیش به سوی فهمیدن آفریقا.
Go! Go! Ka! Ka! Go!
اونای اونجاست.
Da!
Whoa! Whoa!
God bless you.
خب باش ببینم.
Are you Pint?
I am.
پایین توی؟
Why?
I'm looking for his dinner.
I don't know any Stenner.
Sternad said something different.
You're a friend of Sternard's, are you?
God forbid. That's all I need. A friend like that bastard. But he was the only one who really knew Stenner.
You're right there. Stenner was always cursing him. He was as lazy as a pig, but always wanted his share.
So you knew Stenner? Can you tell me anything about her?
I know Stenner all right, but she ain't been here. Why are you looking for her?
I'm looking for her... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere. And you're the last person to see her before she went missing.
Kurva.
What can you tell me about Stenner?
She always had it hard. She lost her parents and her home as a child. She had to learn to take care of herself.
And what about Sternad? How does he fit into this?
Sternard was her guardian angel, as she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him, she could do what she wanted.
Uh-huh.
شاید یکی
I'm
دزدیده
surprised she
می‌کردن.
stuck with him as long as she did.
That's because she had a hideout
آه
somewhere
یاد
nearby.
داره نزدیک.
That's why she'd come to me with her loot before they taxed her on the spot. And the last time she was here, she said one more haul like this and she'd be able to go wherever she wanted. To Prague or Vienna.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul. No rubbish. Mostly jewelry, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried it all.
And what about that signet ring?
She didn't sell me the ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck someday.
عجب.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant? Did you recognize the signet?
No, I didn't recognize that signet. But all the while, Dana was giggling to herself. I reckon she had her eye on another man.
Where did she go next from here? You said she had a lot of coin on her.
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her. Someone on a horse.
یه نفر
Someone followed her on a
اسب
horse
دنبالش
from
بود.
Kuttenberg. Did she say what he looked like?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride. But he held back. Never passed by her and...
And did you see him?
دنبالش می‌کردن.
Did he?
No. But Stena thought he would show. She even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it to make it look like she was still here.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way, through the woods, so nobody could follow her. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise fast. The road goes on to Kuttenberg.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning, they could have waited for her at the ford, no?
Fuck! That's quite possible. I
همین
made...
شد این یارو زنه وقتی میفهمه که دنبالشه بگه دختر اینجا پول میده که روسری شبیه اینو بشه فرار کنه مثل این بره که این در پشتی
The point of
بره که
looking, but
هیچکی نبینش.
I didn't see any
وقتی
riders
حالا
that
اونا
day,
فهمیدن که دیگه نمیبینن احتمالاً یه جاسوس اینجا گذاشتن.
so I forgot about it.
اوکی.
Is Denna's scarf? Do you still have it?
Aye. I wanted to give it back to her the next time she came.
Will you give it to me? I'll try having my dog track her down.
All the same to me. Here you go.
ای والا.
And could it have been Father Prokop following her?
What do I know?
I heard he wanted to find her an honest job, but she wasn't interested.
I don't know. She didn't say nothing about that.
And could it have been William?
And who would that be?
He's this bard she was seeing.
I don't know about that. I don't remember her mentioning.
Well, I'll go and check out that ford.
I hope you don't. Take care.
بریم ببینیم چی پیدا میکنیم.
Go! Ka! Ka!
Come on.
Ka! Ka! Whoa! Whoa!
خون ریخته اینجا.
That has to be that ford Pint was talking about. I should take a look around here.
ببینم.
Mutt!
اینجا ببینیم.
Search.
دنبال این بگرد ببینیم چیکار میکنیم.
far. Ugh, she's been lying here a long time. At first glance, this body isn't as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her like the others. She's been lying here, but her head is smashed in. Either the murderer hit her with a rock, or dashed her hard against the ground. She must have put up a fight. Or maybe he lost his patience. Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. They're torn up, but I don't see any cuts. The rips are odd. Like someone was looking for something. Oh, I can't make much out by now, but it seems as if the fingers on her right hand are broken. Did the murderer torture her? Or was he trying to get something out of her hand? Oh, my God. Oh, something fell out of her.
Oh yeah,
A signet ring. Oh, that must be the one she stole. But how did it get inside her? Did she swallow it herself? Or did the murderer shove it in there? Was she trying to hide it? Or was it punishment for stealing? Well, that's enough. But what does it all mean? I'd say she put up a decent fight, and the killer had to improvise, and that's about all I can find out. But that ring is a good lead.
What the hell? Quest. خب الان باید بریم اون نقطه. اوکی اینجا چیه؟ مستقیم بریم فرقی داره یا نه؟ نداره؟ I don't know. بذار اول بریم پیش این ببینیم چیکارمون داره. Let's go.
Go, quick. Go. Go.
Go, go, go.
Go. Die.
Whoa, whoa.
Car. Car. Die.
الان میریم اون بالا. یه بار اونجا رفتیم نه؟
Go.
رسین همونه.
Whoa.
رد اون یارو رو بزنم. اوکی زدن ردشونو بردارن کسکش.
Good day. What do you...
Did you find that?
Posey tracked down their camp, but... Well, stop by and see him. God be with you.
خب بریم با پوزی صحبت کنیم. پوز. خیلی.
Have you found the rest of that human gang that ambushed you yet?
Yeah. I tracked down their camp. It's not far from here, but there's a horde.
Shit.
زیاده.
We have to face them. We have no choice. But since you're here, friend, we could... What do you say? Will you stand in...
باشه. چند
So how many...
نفرن؟
I don't know exactly. I'd feel a lot safer if you went there with us.
Remind me, please. What's so important about that?
Well, it's a family heirloom. Nothing special, just a small decorated...
And what's inside?
It's not important. I'll tell you everything once we get it.
I can't part.
I knew we could count on. Tugboat will get the horse.
خب حالا میریم سمت کمپ کیومنا. کجا رفتم؟
Come here. Come here.
So, have you come up with a plan?
There's nothing to plan. We'll just storm in and cut them to pieces.
You want to get yourself killed? We can't
yeah.
just waltz into their camp. We should take advantage of the fact that they don't know about us. Take them out one by one, nice and quietly.
You can't be serious.
Enough. Leave it to me. I'll sneak in and take care of them. Clean and quiet, like.
No! I came here for revenge.
Jan, damn it, what good is revenge if they kill us? Let Henry try it.
sure.
If something goes wrong, we'll storm them from behind.
چیزه آخونده.
Fuck it. Well, go on then.
Good luck.
Where should we start? تا لباسامون عوض کنیم که کمتر سر و صدا بدیم. پس اگه باید بگیم بشینه همینجا.
Sit. Stay.
Jag fast freaket.
نگهبان همینا بودن؟ نه.
Hallottad? Megyek és megnézem.
Nem arra számítottál, hogy magyarul fognak vartyogni? Ez igaz?
Hé! Mindenki ide!
Good night.
Támadás! Mindenki ide!
Heled egy felpillantás alatt kész leszek. Téged is megbaszlak!
کشیم.
Mart!
چی داشتید اینجا؟ اینه که به درد خودت. این صندوق چیزی بود. واسه کوسته زیمبورگ آو 6 توشه واقعا بودی همش میدادی کشتی انتر صحبت کنیم این چرا با؟ توضیح چونی کجا سمت اینجا
It's done. The camp is clear. Do you feel better now?
Yeah, not at all. We still have to find our...
I found something, but it doesn't look like a chest for valuables.
You give it here! Quickly! Oh, thank God. We're saved.
And now I hope you'll finally tell me what's in the chest.
You're right. I promised you. As you correctly noted, it is not a chest for valuables. It is a reliquary.
What? So they stole a bunch of bones?
In your hands, you held Knight Alesh of Zimburg, our father.
What?
At least, what? You see, when father in particular, he says we're too young.
And why did your mother entrust the castle to your uncle? As a widow, she could also rule, right?
It's a gesture of goodwill. Mother always had what you might call a warm relationship with Uncle Predbor of Zimburg. But as a knight, he couldn't hold a candle to our father. That idiot would like to return the estates to the lower nobility.
And how is this related to the relic?
In accordance with family tradition, the remains of the lords of Zimburg are buried in sedlets. This is how the monastery shows its gratitude to our... Many years ago, however, we moved to Moravia and abandoned the tradition. My brother and I decided to lay our father to rest in this holy place, and prove to our mother that we had grown up.
Except on the way, they stole the reliquary from you.
Indeed. If mother found out what happened, she would never hand over Engelsberg, not even to our grandchildren.
Why didn't you want to tell me what we were looking...
Don't take it personally, but if word got out that we had lost it, you can't imagine what an embarrassment. Our
Well, no.
You are a good and honorable man, Henry. Once more, in the name of the Now my brother and I must go to Sedlets. Until then...
May God be with you.
اینجا علامت فست ترافل نداشت. Who knows? بریم به سمت F.
Heal. Go.
بریم سرمون بدبخت شیار.
Quick. Go. Quick.
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 این مارک.
Go! Quick! God! Quick!
چپی باید میرفتی فکر کنم. فرق نداره اینم میرسه به هم.
Quick! Quick! Go!
عصب بدار جیر
Go!
Whoa, whoa. I need to ask.
I don't have time for that.
شونی.
Are you the foreman?
If you're here for charcoal, you'll have to wait.
I'm not here about charcoal. I'm looking for Stanya, an alehouse maid from Kuttenberg.
Aha. And why are you looking here?
I heard she was consorting with some charcoal burner here.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Who goes with who?
Excuse me.
بارتون.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What would a woman be doing here?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town. And I heard that someone also tried to kill this Stanya.
That's true. She told me something like that. But that was a long time ago.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
از کجا میدونی قاتل نیست؟
I wouldn't be foolishly asking around for her then, would I?
Why not? How else would you find her?
Without getting seen by any witnesses.
What do you mean? What witnesses?
I mean you. If I tried anything, you'd remember me.
Well, that didn't occur to me. That would really be stupid of you.
I really only want to talk to her.
Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye. She's hiding with us.
اینجا
Since that thing
استانیا.
happened, she's afraid to even go outside.
اون شد.
I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. But be nice to her. Till we meet again.
اوکی. چه عجب یه دونه زنده است بالاخره.
Who are you?
بنده خدا.
How did you find me? If you came here to finish what you started, I'm not afraid of you.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house? He sent you.
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
چرا فرار
You
کردی؟
disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid. I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck. And he was terribly strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran. Here, to Barton.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher and was all bloody. He's been hiding me here since then.
خب.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks. Rich or poor, everyone wants to grope a girl. People, well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it, and sometimes, especially in a place like the Hole. But you can't overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two. You have to keep a balance. To look friendly, but unavailable.
عجب.
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Ah. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want to stay out too long at night.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon. I didn't hide it.
Why didn't you go back to the Hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there.
How are you now?
I'm still awful scared. I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker? What he looked like? What he was wearing?
I don't know anything. It was at night. He grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go, and cursed.
Aha, and what did he say?
He said Scheisse, in German.
آلمانی بود پس. Okay.
Seems you're the only one to survive the killer's attack. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it, but try to remember something else about that moment, or when you were running away. Anything can help us, even if it seems insignificant.
I don't know. It's all like in a fog.
You were walking down the street. Did you notice anything before he attacked you?
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard somebody talking, but when I looked, there was nobody there. So when somebody grabbed me, I completely froze.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices. Two of them waiting for me there.
Okay.
It's difficult, I understand. But I need you to think hard one more time. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all. And then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, no. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed. Just for a moment, but I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner or swordsman.
Sure.
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. A stupid trick to make himself seem more interesting. Though, I reckon he's more likely to attract an ass-kicking than a woman.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
No, he's pretty old. He preaches in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul.
I don't know him. And if he's an old man, how strong could his grip be?
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring.
You said that rich or poor, they all like to grope girls.
Truth be told, the Hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Is that so?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back, but beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around him and... oh, it doesn't matter. But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Groller had a servant with him?
Aye, a pudgy fella, well dressed, but had a mean face. He never said a word or smiled. or even said thank you.
اصلی خدمتکار را
I
کدوم؟
reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to.
Oh, you don't need to...
Thank you.
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please let me know? So I can finally stop being a
I'll stop by if...
Take care then. Can I help you?
پس بریم به لومیر خبر بدیم و کله که یارو میکنیم بیام اینجا بگیم بش Stone of Ambush. برو بابا بیکاری من اینجا یه چیز بکشم میشه این مرد که لومیر
It happens. Just watch where you're going.
قینی
Handmaid of the Lord, be it done unto me according.
I found out some interesting things about those murders. Just like you said.
That's wonderful news. I promised Catherine we'd wait.
You know Catherine?
She came to see me soon after you did, and started asking me questions. Just like you.
Will you send for her? So, we're all here.
I hope nobody else shows up.
I reckon I've found out all I can.
And do you know who the murderer...
Not exactly, but I have a few ideas.
I've asked around a bit, and I have my own suspicions.
Is that so? See, I was trying to recall some more details, and I had someone come to mind as well.
I didn't do all this for nothing, did I?
Well, I...
Catherine, who do you suspect?
Well, I think it was that priest. Prokop.
That's nonsense. It couldn't have been him.
Couldn't have? Then who do you think it was?
It had to be William. Nobody else knew them all.
Ah, now you're talking nonsense. I'm sure William is innocent.
So I see we disagree. Too bad. We could have been done with it quickly.
Well, who do you think it was then?
I'm not entirely sure. First, I'll tell you what I found out, and then it might be easier for us.
Go on then.
Let's talk about Yarka, the one raised by Father Prokop.
What did you learn about her?
Prokop didn't just raise her out of the goodness of his heart. He was actually her uncle.
Really? But he still could have killed her.
His own relative?
Why not? He's a priest. I'm sure he knows the story of Cain and Abel.
Prokop also admitted that he didn't know how to handle her, and perhaps he was too strict.
What do you expect from a Bible thumper? Man punishes and God forgives. It never occurs to them that if man didn't punish, God wouldn't have to forgive.
Well, maybe I wouldn't hold it against him. He really tried to make sure she was well taken care of. He wanted to find her a husband, too.
And did you learn who he found?
No. I think it fell apart when Yarka started rebelling. Yarka started working for the von Groller family, where she remained until her death.
I was there to ask whether she'd given them any trouble, but they said she was always thorough and reliable.
Ah, so what's the story with von Grolls?
A very wealthy and important family. The mother is quite devout, known to spend a lot of time in prayer. Old von Groller's been sick for years.
So, who runs affairs?
That would be young Hendel. They say he's quite sick.
Before her death, I heard she often went to dances.
There's nothing wrong or surprising about that. But maybe she found someone there.
Maybe. Prokop was convinced that she went to see William. That was actually the only name he mentioned.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means she had some relationship with William, or at least knew him.
And now, most importantly, Yarka was pregnant when they killed her.
I didn't know that. Do you know for sure? So they gutted her?
To make it impossible to tell she was pregnant? I wouldn't be surprised.
May God forgive us.
Do you know who she was pregnant with? Because if we know who the father is, we'll likely know who the killer is.
She didn't tell Prokop.
It had to be someone from those dances. Maybe William.
Prokop is convinced that she was murdered by that bard.
And I agree with him. I heard the daughters of important men come to see him. It even went so far he had to flee the city.
Really? But I found out you accused Prokop first, Lumir.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It was a mistake. And I paid for it.
And were you as sure then as you are now about William?
I don't think so. But he's a skirt chaser. If he got Yarka pregnant, then...
Perhaps. But why would he kill and mutilate her?
But then he could never come back.
Why not? He could come back a year later, once things have died down, the child would be born, the shame forgotten, and nobody would bring it up again.
I suppose that makes sense. That's all I was able to find out.
You still found out more than I did.
But it's not enough.
But we can agree that she was killed because of her pregnancy, can't we?
Agreed. Somebody got rid of her to make sure nobody found out she was pregnant.
I'm sure William wanted.
William isn't the only man with a prick. And he certainly didn't use it to strangle her to death.
Such language. What are you trying to say?
That William isn't the only man in the city. It could have been anyone. And now we'll never find out.
I'm not saying it couldn't have been him. Though I don't think it was. It just seems foolish to only focus on him.
I suppose you're right. Let's forget it.
I managed to find Stanya.
Alive? You found her alive?
I did. Alive and well. Hiding with the charcoal burners.
So, she's not one of our victims?
She is. She just managed to escape the killer. She said she was attacked on her way home from the baths. She heard somebody talking in a side street, but it was empty. But when she walked by, someone grabbed her by the throat and started strangling her.
And how did she manage to get away?
She was holding an empty pitcher, and she smashed the killer in the face with it. He either got startled or hurt, but he let her go.
Did she get a look at him? Did she take his eye out or something?
No, she didn't stop to find out. Just ran. Which is probably why she survived.
And what about the blood in the bedroom?
She cut her hand on the broken pitcher. She didn't stay in her room for long. She was still so scared that she grabbed her things and ran off. I asked Stanya if she knew Prokop. She said no.
Maybe she just doesn't remember him. Or he gave a different name.
I don't think Father Prokop is the type to frequent the worst tavern in Kuttenberg.
The murderer said something.
According to Stanya, the murderer didn't say a word the entire time.
That's strange, right? I'd expect him to at least call her a whore.
The only word he uttered was when she smashed him in the face with the pitcher. He said Scheisse.
So, we're looking for a German?
Even I say Scheisse sometimes, and I'm not German.
چرا باید بگی شایزه؟
According to Stanya, the murderer had a terribly strong grip. Her neck was bruised for almost a month.
Doesn't almost every man have a strong grip?
Depending on what they take in hand every day. A tankard, a quill, or a hammer.
Except none of our suspects are miners or blacksmiths, eh? She also said she was sure it wasn't Mole. He may be a pig, but the evening she ran home, he was in bed snoring. Besides that, she also recalled hearing two voices in the alley. Someone was talking to the killer.
So we have a witness. Now, just to find him.
Or an accomplice. If I remember correctly, the other one must have seen the whole thing, right? And he didn't go to report it.
She said she returned from the baths in the evening regularly. And somebody knew exactly which way she would take and where to wait.
You mean someone followed her beforehand to figure out where to ambush her?
Who knew that she went to the baths?
Apparently everyone in the tavern. Stanya admitted that she knows William. He flirted with her and tried to get to know her better, but nothing came of it.
And that's probably why he wanted to kill her. And likely rape her before that.
Perhaps, but Stanya doesn't think so. She's sure it wasn't William, and no matter what they say about him, in her eyes he's a good lad. And that's all that Stanya told me.
I'm so glad that girl is alive.
Me too. At least someone's had a little luck.
I don't think she'll come back. She's so scared now they'll come back for her, she doesn't even leave the house. I managed to find Zdena.
You found her?
No. Unfortunately, she's dead.
And where did you find her?
Pretty far away. Near the mill she used to sell things at. Someone caught her in the forest when she was coming home with a load of coin and killed her. I reckon she put up a hell of a fight. So the killer got nervous and ended things quickly.
So he didn't strangle or mutilate her?
She'd been lying in the woods for a long time, so I couldn't really tell. But he definitely didn't hack her up like the others. Judging by what her accomplice said, she robbed someone good. She had so much jewelry, and what's odd is when she was murdered, the killer left her basket of valuables behind.
So I reckon he didn't kill her for the money.
از دنبال یه همون چیزی بوده دیگه.
Father Prokop came looking for Zdena and nearly cursed her on the spot.
What did he have in common with a thief?
He had also looked after her, but unlike Yarka, she ended up on the street, and he took it badly.
دو نفرن احتمالا هم ویلیام هم فادر پراگا و کسکش.
She said someone followed her on horseback from Kuttenberg. She tried to lose him, but apparently wasn't able to.
On horseback? I don't suppose she described him, did she?
Only as a wealthy type who never got too close.
That doesn't fit in with the previous murders.
Zdena tried to rob young von Groller. It's possible she succeeded.
Von Groller? Yarka worked for them, didn't she?
That whole family is suspicious.
Assumptions. Nothing more.
I'd say it's pretty obvious. Why else would I have found that ring on her?
They just left the ring by her body. That's odd, isn't it?
It wasn't by her body. It was inside of it. I don't know if she swallowed it herself or someone shoved it in her.
That's awful. But I can't say it surprises me.
My mouth is starting to hurt from all this blabbering.
So are my ears and head.
Come now, we're nearly there. We just need to find our suspect. So, Henry, who do you think did it?
I suspect one of the von Grollers.
What leads you to think that?
Are you sure it wasn't William?
Yarka was their maidservant until she started rebelling, right?
Yes. Do you think she was rebelling because of someone in particular?
Perhaps the young lord?
That's possible.
Alice had a young and wealthy suitor. And young von Groller fits both descriptions.
True.
We could be getting somewhere.
Yarka was pregnant. And if the father was young von Groller, it would make sense if he got rid of her.
Sakura, you're right.
But William could have fucked her too. Just saying.
Zdena robbed von Groller.
That's true.
It's all coming together, isn't it?
Zdena was followed by someone on a horse. Von Groller could afford a horse.
That's not so sure, is it? And maybe the horse was stolen or...
But it certainly worsens the case for him. That much is true.
And that's all I can pin on him.
Well, old von Groller can't do much now, can he?
So do we really agree that our most likely suspect is young von Groller?
Aye. I agree.
I don't have a problem with it. Little rich boys are capable of anything. But what are we gonna do about it? Our suspicions aren't enough.
They'll just laugh at us without something more tangible.
So you want to search their house?
There's nothing else we can do. There must be a clever way to do it.
We have to find some evidence. None of our...
You could sneak in there.
Or break in.
Catherine, that's not necessary. The young lad wants to learn swordsmanship, and the old one is sick and always calling for a physician.
So I can either pretend to be a sawbones, or a swordsman, or break in? That's a lot of options.
You're a clever lad. You'll figure it out.
بریم خونه وانکیر خر. برو. نیست دست
Jesus Christ, be
Is this the house of the Von Grolle family?
Yes?
من اومدم استاد شما رو معاینه کنم.
I'm Henry of Skalitz. Master Menhard from Frankfurt sent me to train young Master Hendley.
I'm sorry, but I know nothing.
Are you telling me I'm not expected?
No, this is surely my mistake. Please, take care.
ببینیم چی اینجا پیدا میکنیم.
What the hell? That's hair. All kinds of brown. I bet it belonged to those dead girls. If this isn't proof, nothing is.
خدا خودش. خودشه. پیدات کردیم. دزد خرابکار، قاتل کثیف. خودش.
Spare a few coins.
حیوان کیره.
Careful.
I need to discuss that visit to the...
Excellent.
I think we were right. Something seriously fishy there.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. What did you find out?
You found something there, didn't you?
I certainly did.
What was it?
This. He had it in a chest in his room. Locks of hair. All brown, but all a bit different. They're definitely from those murdered girls.
Hair?
That's
not enough. That definitely won't suffice as proof.
Why wouldn't it? He took them as a keepsake from the dead girls, as a trophy. It was him!
But nobody will believe us. We need more than just hair. A bloody dress or the murder weapon.
To be honest, I don't think we're going to find anything like that. They're pretty careful to cover their tracks.
Damn it. We're fucked. If we at least had a witness.
And what about 3 witnesses at once?
Where are you going to find 3 witnesses when you don't even have one?
I don't yet, but... Look, we're almost certain young Hendel did it. So what if we set a trap and catch him in the act?
And how do you want to do that? I mean, we don't know who he's planning to murder next.
We'll set someone up.
You want to sacrifice some poor girl?
No, nobody's going to get hurt. We'll be keeping our eye on her the whole time.
The only one I can think of is Stanya. And I highly doubt that she'd want to risk her life again.
She won't have to.
But you haven't had anything to do with him. He'll see through it immediately. It'll fail.
We'll wait until the lad's out of the house. Maybe we'll dress Catherine up a bit, and she'll go asking for the young lord, father of her child. When Hendel comes home and hears what happened, he'll come looking for her to fix things up.
I'll cause such a scene, they'll be talking about it for years. Then we'll tell them where he can find me, and we've got him.
If you say so. But where can we do it? We can't...
We can use one of the rooms here in the tavern. It has only one way out. You'll be hiding across the way, and jump out at the right moment. I repeat, at the right moment.
Don't worry, we won't take our eyes off.
Where's Hendel? I need to talk to him!
talk to him about our wedding. I won't be left alone with his child.
What are you screeching about, you ninny? There's no Hendel here. Certainly not for the likes of you.
Do you hear that, folks? He fucks me from all sides. Gets me with child, and now he doesn't want to know me.
Get rid of her. Disgrace.
Oh, so a poor woman has to suffer because of a man's lust. As if it wasn't already bad enough before.
What lies are you spouting, you strumpet? Goodman Hendel never laid eyes on you. Besides, you're too old for him. Nobody will believe your lies.
Old am I? He came to me himself because he wanted a mature woman to breed with. And he never even pulled it out. And he filled me up like a wineskin. Suit yourself. I'll give you some time to think it over.
Thank
But
you,
either
Amiga.
you come up with an offer of marriage
Welcome.
by evening, or first thing in the morning I'll go to the bailiff. And I'll be damn sure to get justice from him.
کسخل. خب حالا وقتشه که توم میکنی دختر.
It's open.
I've come to talk with you.
Where's Hendel?
Hendel, you wanton whore! Debauching my son! A nanny goat like you! The others were at least young, but you! Christ, the trials I have to endure! A husband with both feet in the grave and a son who'll fuck anything with a hole in it. Slice her up so no one will recognize her, and in case what she says is true, gut her too.
Got in, is it?
ای جان
I can help you with that.
خوردیم کسکشه.
Get that bitch, you fool!
دیگه ریدی. دیگه ریدی.
Oh, you're gonna die!
این دست خالی میتونیم کاری کنیم؟
Chew up.
زنده میخوایمش.
Before I finish you off, I have to ask, why the fuck did you kill them?
I'll tell you, but you aren't going to like it.
I'm listening.
Because it's the right thing to do.
What's right about murder?
All those whores had it coming.
Confess then. How many of them did you kill altogether?
Not enough! There's always more who deserve it. They climb out of their holes like rats and infect respectable families. Just like that companion of yours. She certainly sins as much as she breathes.
Oh, you're completely mad. My God.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. It's a deadly sin.
Then I suppose we'll be meeting in hell one day. It was all Mandalina's idea, wasn't it? She wanted them killed.
And can you blame her? That first harlot was already itching to become Mistress von Groller. That bastard of hers wasn't Handel's anyway, but he was stupid that time. He'd have believed her. Now he knows very well, luckily, that they're all whores.
And Mandalina just came to you like that, out of the blue? And you immediately obeyed her?
Well, one time she came to my chambers and she told me she knew very well that Yarka rejected me and that she'd started an affair with Master Handel, while she was also spreading her legs for others in the evenings. And that she had to be punished before she brought misfortune.
Go on.
That she deserved to die for all her sins.
همینجا بکن you know that's not true.
You know that's not true. Stanya hardly knew Hendel, and you still tried to kill her. How many of the others had the same story?
Rubbish. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and not just me. He might have met the alehouse wench by chance, but they were intimate together. The mistress was convinced they were meeting in the evenings.
Well, she might have been convinced, but that doesn't mean she was right. That girl had a sweetheart.
That's even worse. He surely wasn't a rich and important person like Master Handel, and she would even cheat on our master with him? Disgusting.
خب چیکارش کنیم؟ بکشیمش همینجا؟ میکشیمش.
Close your eyes. It'll soon be over.
I'll show you!
Catherine, wait.
What should I wait for? I'm gonna cut that bitch's throat.
How dare you? Hands off, you heretical scum.
Shut up.
Let her speak. I still don't understand what actually went on here. I have some questions for you.
I'll tell you nothing, you serpent. Nothing. You can't keep me here. Let me go. I'm a woman of worth.
If you won't speak now, then the executioner will loosen your tongue when your feet start burning. But why wait, right? I'll cut your ear off. Maybe both of them. All you need to talk is a tongue.
No! Let me go!
And what about Hendel? Did he know what you were doing?
That I was taking care of his immortal soul and eliminating his temptation? Of course not. But one day he'll be grateful to me for it.
He's going to jump for joy. His mother a mad woman, and his servant a murderer.
Speak politely to me, you whore.
Henry, if you have any more questions, you'd better ask them quickly.
And what about the hair in Hendel's chest? You're trying to tell me he wasn't involved, but he was keeping their hair?
Well, he kept asking about those whores of his. So we always brought him a lock of hair. We told him it was from them, as a parting gift.
Well, he didn't find that strange?
Out of sight, out of mind. He always found some new harlot anyway.
Why did you do it, for Christ?
Don't blaspheme, you heathen.
Come on, answer him or...
My husband. He drank a lot, ran around with whores and didn't pray enough. And God punished him for it. I couldn't allow the same thing to happen to Handel.
And why kill those girls? Why not just talk to him about it?
I tried, but he wouldn't listen to me. He told me he wanted to sow his wild oats before finding a wife.
So your own son didn't listen to you? And you started killing the girls who
seduced him and emboldened him with their brazenness? If they wanted to whore themselves out, they'll pay for it in hell.
But there's no way they were going to drag my Hendel there with them.
Sure.
There was no blood where Alice was found. Where did you kill them?
That was up to Thaddeus. He told me something about an abandoned barn. I only told him to cut them up thoroughly.
Why?
Why? As a warning. So those whores knew what awaited them.
Do you realize you also killed girls who had nothing to do with Hendel?
That's not possible. I saw them all with my own 2 eyes, chatting with him and giggling.
And what about that alehouse wench?
That strumpet. I saw how she treated him. It's a damned shame she got away.
But she really had nothing to do with Hendel.
She wouldn't have smiled at him the way she did if she didn't want to fornicate with him.
What the fuck?
They all deserved it.
یه چون به پسرش لبخند داده فکر کردم میخواد با پسرش زنا کنه داده کشتش.
Every single one. And better sooner than later. That trollop in our service even got herself with child. And she wanted to keep it. The slut.
And what about Zdena? All she did was rob him, and you killed her anyway.
She fawned over him like all the others. He even gave her a ring, which she probably sold immediately. She deserved it. She was a thief, and stealing is a mortal sin.
I'd better stop asking questions.
Burn in hell, all of you.
What'll we do with her now?
Let's take her to the bailiff. She'll get justice there.
We don't have to go anywhere. I'll give her justice right here, right now.
But we can't do that. She has to go before the court.
Did you hear her? I mean, she hasn't got her head on straight. And what?
Don't you dare judge me.
Shut your mouth, you sow. You judged and punished some random girls. And now you'll blaspheme like that?
Our Lord directed me. I did it through His will.
Do you hear that? And you want to let her live?
But that's not justice. It's murder. Henry, won't you say?
I told you, don't.
Lumiere, listen to her. If we don't deal with her ourselves, and then they let her go, then... Do you want to have that on your conscience?
But, I mean... How could I live with myself if we kill her in cold blood?
I'll show you justice. You're all going to end up in hell.
Your conscience will remain clear. You won't be the one killing her.
But still, if we don't punish her according to the law, then we ourselves deserve to be punished by the law.
Huh. We aren't the ones walking around the city killing random women. On the contrary, we're making sure no more will die.
All those whores! Hell! Lucifer everywhere! Fire and brimstone!
It's just not right.
It isn't right, but it's necessary.
All right, all right. Do it then. But I wash my hands of it.
No! Don't you dare! You hellspawn! No!
Well, now someone has to explain everything.
Not me. I'd rather just get...
I'll go. I'll explain everything. And you, Henry. Wait for...
Fine.
Good. Good.
Well, this was a lot stranger than I expected. Do you think we did the right thing?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. Not even myself. Can we just be quiet for a while?
As you wish. But still, it was damned up.
Aye, that it was. Let's go.
Tell us, Lumiere. How did it turn out?
Did it end well? Oh, we're not going to get into trouble now, are we?
It ended well. And I didn't even tell anyone about you.
I'm surprised you got away with it. Bringing them 2 corpses.
I would have preferred a different ending, but... Fuck. What happened, happened.
Lumiere, don't be angry anymore.
I'm not angry anymore. And I must admit that maybe it was better this way. If they were still alive, there'd be a lot more squabbling, but... Like this.
The dead approve in silence.
Precisely. I just told them I spread the word that one victim survived and where she was hiding. And I waited for them there. And when they came to kill her, we had no choice but to end it that way.
And what will you do now? Will you go back to the town hall, Lumir?
It's true I've made amends in the eyes of the law, but I probably won't go back now.
Won't you go back to drinking?
No, it didn't help anything, did it?
Don't fret. It was a terrible mess, and all three of us had to put our heads together.
Yes.
Helping others.
And what will you do, Catherine?
My work isn't done yet. I have to work in the tavern here.
Do you think we could have done better?
Everything can always...
Catherine, I'm talking about... Well, thank you.
I thank...
Here you are.
Yes.
لذت بردم. خب بریم به اون بیچاره هم یه خبر بدیم. گناه داشت. کجا بود؟ چاکل برنر اینجا بود؟ آره اینجا بود. چاکل برنر. یکی اینجا بهمون حمله نمیکنه چون مادرت هیچ که حمله نمیکنه. بریم دادا بریم.
Quick! 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 God! God! God!
خیلی میشه باحالی بود واقعا قشنگ بود میشهش. حقیقتا نایس.
Whoa! Whoa! Nós mala, né, Google? تا صبح منتظر بمونیم پس. اوکی.
What are you doing?
Good morning to you.
Stanya, I have good news for you. We caught the murderer.
What? Really?
It was the von Groller's servant. He was ordered to do so by the young lord's mother.
What kind of nonsense is that? I don't even know her.
That doesn't matter. She thought you were consorting with her son and decided to kill you.
But I hardly even talked to him. But thank you. Now maybe I'll feel better. I won't wake up at night thinking I heard someone. I won't feel those fingers around my neck.
اینم از کم آپگرید کنیم خودمونو. ویتالیتی استیل هم پر نشده. On arm. Time to fucking go. بله یه میشن فرقی مونده. چی کار میکنی تو؟ ایناست بریم دو ساچ دول. Such a dude. Let's go. یه مریگولد میندازیم بالا. فود
Quick! Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Quick!
Such a dude. So cool.
Die!
Oh god!
Fuck!
Help!
I'll shoot your head off. Don't dare bleed to death. Show what you.
Sweet Virgin Mary. I thought... No. Best not to think about it. Thank you.
Really?
All thanks to you. Take this. And thank you.
چی بهمون داد؟ 5 تا گروشن داد. دهنمون رو باید بادر 5 تا گروشن. فوریه. این دقیقه چیزی نداشتن؟ بی پدر مادر. بله. فاک رفتیم. Painkiller.
Mutt! Go! Quick!
Ka!
You silly doggy.
Shit.
Who are you? My face is still swollen from the last time.
Hold on. Are you Pavel?
That depends. Who's
Henry?
I'm Pavel. And you really weren't sent by Pivets?
I don't know any Pivets. The innkeeper in Miskovitz told me about you. He said someone gave you a right battering. Was that this Pivet?
He didn't do it himself. It was his father's men. He wouldn't get his hands dirty when he's got a rich pa, would he? His father's men. Pivets is the son of the richest farmer in the village.
So what's between the two of you?
Well, he threatened he'd have me whipped if I...
If you what?
If I didn't stay away from Ursula.
Yes.
And who's this Ursula?
The sweetest girl in the village. And she's really pretty.
So why doesn't Pivets want you to court Ursula?
Because her pa promised her hand in marriage to him. So he behaves like she's already his. But he doesn't deserve her.
You think?
He's a heartless bastard.
And you like Ursula?
Who wouldn't?
You don't know what?
It's all the same to you anyway. I'm very fond of her. You'll find no lass with such a big heart for miles around.
And does she feel the same way about you?
Aye.
Why would you do what Pivets tells you?
I've got no choice. He's right. I'm just a hired...
Are you so afraid of...
What can I do against him? I'm just an outsider and a pauper. If he wanted, he could have me thrown out of the village.
Ah, what does that matter?
Tivoli, where did you come from? And even if they would, they've already promised her to Pivets, just 'cause he's rich. The only way it could change is if people started to see Pivets differently.
How do you mean?
Like if he killed someone, or robbed people in the village. What do I know?
If it turned out he was a thief?
Probably. And the main thing is, Ursula would turn against him. She's as honest as a saint. But why would he steal? He has everything he needs.
He wouldn't. Not him.
Are you saying I do it and let him take the blame? But that's a sin.
True. But all you have to do is repent.
I suppose that's true. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Nothing will happen to Pivets if he's from a rich family. But he'll lose Ursula. And it'll give me time to earn enough for her dad to let me marry her. But I live here. If I get caught, they'll make me an outcast and I have nowhere... Someone else will have to do the stealing.
I'll gladly do it.
You will?
Sure. Only I don't know what's worth stealing around here.
I can help you with that. For the whole village to turn against Pivets, every family would have to be robbed.
And who's living here?
Father Anthony, the parish priest, Ursula's family, the Vimola brothers where I work.
What should I steal from Ursula?
I suppose, her ma's rosary. It looks valuable.
And where does Ursula live?
Ursula lives in the first cottage across the green from the church.
If I'm going to take Ursula's ma's rosary, tell me, does she carry it with her?
She does, during the day.
Yes.
What should I steal from the priest?
Father Anthony? Maybe this manuscript he's...
Where is your priest's rectory?
The rectory is the cottage by the church.
What's the book?
I don't know. I can't read. But I heard it's something about potions and...
Alchemy?
That's it!
What can I take from the Vimolas?
I can tell you exactly what. I work for them. Besides, I can even give you the key to their house, so you have it easier. Well, the younger brother is the local cobbler, and he's just made a fine pair of shoes for the Suckdoll blacksmith.
Thanks. What about the older brother?
I don't know.
Had?
Aye. He lost it a while ago. It'd have to be found first.
So someone else stole it?
It's possible, but he might have just lost it. Although, young Moller claims a magpie stole it.
A magpie?
None of us believe it.
All right. Where's the Weimler's cottage?
That one is their cottage.
And can you tell me where I'll find the shoes?
In the parlour.
And you wouldn't know where the magpie nests are, would you?
I don't know. Young Moller even showed me what a magpie sounds like, but I can't make the sound.
Let's go.
What can I steal from old Bahushka?
Her silver ring. But watch out.
How will I recognize her cottage?
It's the one furthest from the green.
A crackpot?
Aye. She bakes pies all day, then forgets she did it and bakes more.
And when I've got all the loot, where at Pivet's am I to hide it?
You haven't got anything yet. Be glad if you don't. Here's the key. And when you've got everything, come back.
Sure.
And most importantly, I don't want...
Don't worry.
Farewell. Excuse me.
What do you want?
Never mind.
Never mind what? Who are you?
You don't have to
Have you got something to do with that hand from the Vemelas? Because if you have, then you can tell him from me he should be glad the Vemelas don't send him here anymore, because I'd set the dogs on him.
I'm not going to tell him anything. And you're going to leave him alone.
Yeah? Did you see how he looked? You better hope you don't get the same beating he did.
If you send anyone else after him, I'll deal with them first. And then I'll come for you. And believe me, some village ruffians won't stop me. Do you understand?
Fine. That loser's not worth it anyway, but remember this. Pavel will never get Ursula.
Ahora sí que debe. Pues... همه خونه کیره خرستی نداره اینجا. در پشتی داره.
Good doggy.
Hmm? What was that? Very odd. It must be over now, whatever it was. I hope nothing's missing.
امسک کنیم اینجا که هستیم باید چی بدوزیم اول اصلا. من توی A هستیم درسته. استیل شوز برام بدونیم کفشاشو بدوزیم. سلام علیکم. کفش کو کفش
Close that door. Why is it a... Hey! Mary, Mother of God. I hope nothing's missing. I'd better look.
کفشای گوش کجاست؟
you're taking over there? Stealing, eh? Folks!
Get over here!
Help!
Or I'll call the
For God's
guards!
sake, help!
We can work this out.
How dare you! You'll give everything.
دیوس.
Excuse me.
What
are you?
Why don't you leave Pavel alone?
That's none of your business.
I'm a friend of Pavel's.
Then you can tell him from me he should be...
I'm not going to tell him...
Yeah?
If you believe...
Fine, but remember...
Greetings. Good day. Lord be with you.
You don't have to worry about pivots anymore.
What do you mean?
I gave him a good talking to. So now he'll think twice before sending someone after you again.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
And if he does, I'll deal with him.
I hope you're right. But thanks. Take care for now.
خب این از بی چی میگه؟ اینم پداک. بریم سراغ ای. حلقه یارو رو بدازیم.
When I was making the dough, like always.
این حلقهش دست خودشه؟ اینا رو همه رو شب باید برم بدازم.
That'd be a nice mess. What would Francis say?
نظرم شب اینجا راحت تر میشه کار کرد. خب شب راحت بیریم سراغش. هم خوابم.
Francis? Do you want some poppy seed pie?
حلقش کجاست؟
In the pie.
چی شد؟
Oh, the poppy seeds.
این همون کجا گذاشته آجی؟
Poppy seed pie. Good pie. Where? The ring. The pie. The pie. Pies?
The ring.
لابلا اینا این پاپیسی داره هیچی. سلام خوش اومدی. حاجی کجاست؟
Oh. Here it is. The shiny little bugger. That daft old crow really did make it into a pie.
اشما تو کلوچه بود باوردون میشه. جای بعدی که باید بریم سی هستش. کلید خونه شونو برداریم کافیه. از این خب بعدی کتاب از فادر آنتونی بدوزیم میشه دی فادر اندونی. بازی خدا. فادر آنتونی کلیداتو میاری بیدم دمت گرم. دمت گرم. کتاب اینجا نیست. اوکی اینه بله درم ببندیم خب همه کار رو انجام میدیم. فقط باید دوتا لاست مدال گم شده یارو هم پیدا کنیم. بذاریم این خونه رو بگردیم. یکی ما که داریم همه جا رو میگردیم. این هم بگردیم. کیویل هست هیچ. اینجا خونه کیه؟ اینجا خونه کیه؟ کونی صندوق نداره؟ بکنم پدرشه. مدالش گفته این دست اینه نی. این کفش این بیناموس کجاست؟ کفش اصلا نیست اینجا. نه کفاشن دیگه، درسته؟ فاک. کفش گوه کجاست؟ Oh. کفشای جدید اینا هم دیگه. صبر کن. زدیمش. چند تا نست تو این روستا وجود داره؟ تا این وری برم.
Good to see you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
یه نست دیگه بده گرم. ایوه. وپان. نیفته زمین.
So it really was that magpie that took it. Nowadays, you can't even trust God's creatures.
این جاکش کجا قایم کرده کفشای نوشو؟ دست خودش نیست یا نه؟ رو کفاش خب آها اینه حالا همه رو باید بذاریم تو خونه اون مادر سگ خود پسر داره صبح میشه به این بگیم اول. پاشو پسر پاشو.
I've got everything.
You do?
Why wouldn't I? What to do now?
No. That is... Leave it to me. Just give me the loot and I'll plant it on him myself.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think I should do it? If you're caught, you'll look like the thief. They'll drive you out of the village and you'll lose Ursula forever.
Not to worry. My master sometimes sends me to Pevets's, so no one will pay any attention to me.
Wait, though. Young Pivet said something different.
You spoke to him?
Aye. And he said Vey Muller doesn't send you there anymore.
Gulliver! That fucking Pivets. He has to go and spoil everything.
But hold your horses. What's this?
Sure,
why would you lie to me?
Look, even if Pivets didn't have Ursula, she'd still never be mine.
Then why did you get me to steal those things?
So I'd have enough to go to Kuttenberg and train as a journeyman.
But if you leave now, everyone will connect you with the thefts. You'll never be able to come back here again.
I know. But if I stay here, I'll never be anything more than a poor labourer. This way, I have a chance to make something of my life.
Even at the price of losing Ursula?
You said yourself she'd never be mine.
Maybe. But this way, you'll never see her again. And she'll think of you.
It'd be better never to see her again than to watch her day after day, knowing I can't even touch her. So you know the truth. What now?
Here, take them.
Thanks. You probably don't care, but I have to repay you somehow. I don't have anything to give you, but I can teach you something. It's hard work being a hired hand. It teaches you...
Thanks.
چی میخوای یادم بدی؟ عزگر. قدرتمون افزایش بده.
Good doggy. Good boy.
You'd be better off going to church.
صحیح. اینم از این. مرسی که دیدید رفقا. و بریم به اینجا یه استراحتی بکنیم و ادامه زندگی. مرسی که دیدید رفقا. پرچمتون بالا. اینجا سیو می‌کنم. فردا ادامه‌اش واسه اینجا می‌بینیم. خدا نگهدار.